Welcome back to the first episode of Slinging It. PFT commentator, my special assistant, Stephen Che. He'll be catching the balls, protecting my blogging hands. Our first guest is a very, very special one. It's Kirk Cousins from the Washington Redskins via the Minnesota Vikings. So Kirk, thank you for joining us as our inaugural guest.
I'm thrilled to be here. It's fun to play catch with you.
A couple dudes just slinging the ball around, nothing better than that.
Just having a catch.
Is it having a catch or is it playing catch?
Ooh. If you've seen the movie Field of Dreams, it's having a catch.
There's something more more quaint and folksy about having a catch.
That's exactly right.
It's wholesome.
That's exactly right.
I've been saying for a while that therapists should just have footballs or like a mitt and a ball in their office. Because if guys want to open up to each other, they got to be doing something like, throwing a ball back and forth.
I actually really like that idea, and I'm probably going to use it this offseason.
You should.
Yeah.
And you know what? I haven't told anybody this yet, but 2 days ago, I actually did put a bet on you guys to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
I know we've had our differences in the past.
We have.
Do you hate me?
No, I don't, especially now that you're betting on us to win.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would probably hate me, so it's okay if you do. But I like the addition that you've made on the defensive side of the football. It sounds like you guys are going to be improved in that regard. And
when we hired Flores, my first thought was training camp's going to be tough.
Yeah,
going against him every day.
He's gonna be blitzing you. He's gonna try to send a message
sure
right
is.
off the bat.
He sure is.
If you don't mind, I've got a little technique tip for you.
Yeah.
Because you play a lot of football, but I watch a lot of football.
You watch a lot.
And the thing that I love the most with quarterbacks is when they do the play action, and they go like this, and then they just like put it behind their hip, and then they just stop, and they pretend that they don't have it. You do the whole you go.
That's right.
With your whole body.
I do. You have studied.
I do. I watch a lot of film. But when you put it behind your back and you just stop, it looks awesome when the defense doesn't realize that. And then there's a bonus of if you do get sacked while you're going like that, that's funny to watch too.
It'd be funny for you to watch. It'd be not funny for me to experience, but just for you, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot in OTAs, and we'll see how it looks.
That looks good right there.
Yeah,
you cannot see it, even in your shadow.
That right there, I'm looking at you. You know how Jerry West is the NBA logo?
Yeah.
That should be the NFL logo right there.
I like that.
Kirk,
and
look
then
at your shadow when you do that.
Right there.
I don't know if you even realize this. I just got you to say I like that. That's pretty cool. I just alphaed you at your own game. So you were a Washington Redskin for a while. You got drafted 2012 with RG3. On a serious question, what was that like thinking that, leading up to draft day, you were going to have a shot to compete to be a starting quarterback, or at least compete against maybe an entrenched veteran that you could end up maybe surpassing one day, and then finding out when you get picked, it's like you are strictly just an insurance policy against this guy.
Yeah, I think you summed it up. That was really what the dynamic was okay, there really isn't a competition, which is okay in the sense that I understand that dynamic, and Kyle Shanahan made it very clear that if I played well in preseason games, I would become an asset that they could trade. And the whole league would be watching those preseason games, and so, you still have a great opportunity to put your abilities on display and play in this league. So I always felt like Kyle and Mike Shanahan gave me a lot of hope that I didn't need to have it all happen right away. It would be a marathon, not a sprint, and so that was kind of my focus.
Out of all those coaches on that team, you had Kyle Shanahan, you had McVay, LaFleur, a bunch of young guys. I think McDaniel was on there too, right?
He was.
Was there any guy that you thought at the time, okay, this dude, oh man, well, dropped a little cash, $100. You probably don't carry around that
big bills on top.
Which one of those guys would you say was the guy that was going to be, you could see a head coaching position in his future?
So you got to remember, I came into the league as a rookie with no other experience. I couldn't compare him to anybody except for my college coaches. So I didn't know what it should look like. So I just assumed every quarterback room had people this smart and working this hard. But that wasn't really the case. And so, when I look back, and all those guys, I'm 34 right now, all those guys were younger than that.
Yeah.
So, I'm older now than they were at the time. What I knew was I really liked them all. I was learning a lot of football from all of them. And when they all got let go at the end of 2013 season, I was crushed.
Yeah.
Because I felt like they were the reason that I was enjoying the NFL so much and felt so good about the future.
Yeah.
So, I think we all saw that Kyle was a great football mind who was going places. I really, really liked working with Matt LaFleur in the quarterback room.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel, you could tell, really knew football. And then Sean, he stuck around with Jay Gruden, and you could tell he was going places. So credit to Mike and Kyle Shanahan for, hiring those people, finding them, and then developing them. And clearly what they do and what they've done and what those coaches have carried on from them has been effective.
Yeah, do you ever think about the fact that maybe that second year when RG3 did the all-in for week 1, he was clearly rusty coming back, you had to step in. Do you think maybe if you had played a little bit better, that eventually Mike Shanahan would pass the reins down to Kyle, you would be a Super Bowl champion, and I would be your biggest fan?
Well, let's talk about this, what could have been. So 2013, we go 3-13.
Yeah.
And if we had a good year that year, yes, I do think Mike stays around longer. At some point, if we keep winning, I do think that Mike retires. I would think one of those coaches becomes the head coach, and a lot of that staff sticks around. Maybe they all move on if we're winning and become head coaches.
Yeah.
And more importantly, you like me.
Yeah.
And then we're friends.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's a lot of people out there who are in my corner.
The thing is, I do like you, but I hate that I like you. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, it does. Unfortunately, it does. It's crystal clear.
You're doing it again.
It's crystal
You're doing
clear.
it. No, you're a really nice guy, and we appreciate you coming on. I have one last question for you. It's more of a role play. So we're going to run through a football scenario here, okay? So you're Kirk Cousins. Stephen Shea, he's got all the athletic ability in the world, so he's going to be Justin Jefferson.
Great.
All right? I'm going to be your tight end. I'll be TJ Hawkinson. I got the hair for it.
You do.
So let's run through a scenario. It's 4th and 8. Okay, season on the line. All right, so let's take a snap and run through a simulated drill here. There you go, Steven.
Where's the end zone?
Okay, so that's Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Again, it's 4th and 8.
Is he double covered?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
I'm TJ Hawkinson.
You're single covered, but it's tight coverage.
I'm 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, but again, it's 4th and 8.
Yes.
So you have one decision to make.
Okay, so you want to see what I'm about to do?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
You're going to do that next year, and you're going to win me a lot of money.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's learning, guys. Okay, thank you for joining us, Kirk. It was awesome. And we'll see you guys next time on Slinging It.